Hello, seniors. I'm going with you guys first. Welcome back, sort of. No one saw this coming, obviously, and didn't think it would take this long. I thought we'd get an extra week for spring break. So anyway, my name is Mark Brown. I am your English teacher, if you're seeing this. Parents, I hope you're there as well. And I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and how things are going to work. We'll get into the curriculum next week when we're all together, virtually or otherwise. Here's how I'm going to run the classroom quickly. What I would prefer to do is have us talk to each other through Google Meet. That's what I'm on right now. We have been doing that as a staff, and you can have conversations. It's been great. So I'm going to ask you guys to, and we'll talk about this more later, all log on at the time of your class and go to the Google Meet and see if we can do it. There may not be enough bandwidth. It may crash. I will have backups, but don't worry about it. But I'd like to, if we're going to make this school year count, we need to do it live. We need to do it together. We got to do it so that we can actually have conversations. It's going to be hard at first, but hopefully we do get back to in-person teaching sooner rather than later. As a backup, I would be doing a live stream here with you right now, and right behind my computer, I've got my camera that I will be recording with as well. So if you are not able to, or connectivity issues or whatever, I will be able to upload the videos so you can see what you saw, you can hear what questions your classmates had, and see the learning in real time with the smartboard back here. So it's going to take a second to get ready to present, because I am new at this. And escape. Sorry, I know this is annoying. I'll see if I can get this cut out. There's the share. And you should be seeing my PowerPoint now. So welcome. My motto has been, how do we fix this? My goal isn't to give you guys work to do and have no explanation. That's why I hated high school so much. We're here to make mistakes and learn and move on. So let's talk about that a little bit. About me, I was born a long, long time ago. In high school, I hated high school so much. I worked on a loading dock in Alaska for 2 years after an outdoor loading dock after high school, because I just hated it too much. I guess that's called a gap, couple of years now. My parents had moved us from the beach in Southern California to Alaska when I started middle school, so I hated that too. I've only been, it's a freezing, terrible place. It looks like there's a desert there in front of Anchorage. That is actually the frozen ocean. Eventually, I loved to write. I became a writer for newspapers, magazines, and the internet. I worked for Microsoft twice along the way. I got to do a lot of fun stuff. After recovering crime and justice, I moved to California to write about the entertainment industry. That was a blast. I interviewed Ice Cube, Prince, members of the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Jay-Z, Ludacris, Ice-T, even Britney Spears. I got to go to concerts, TV shows, including Barack Obama's acceptance speech years ago. Regardless of your politics, this was history. There's me up in the press box. There's Obama down accepting the nomination. So it was a lot of fun while it lasted, but I grew tired of it and eventually decided to become a teacher, and it's a switch I'm really glad I made. I've been teaching this will be my 7th or 8th year teaching, but only my 3rd year of teaching high school. I did middle school at first. That was a mistake. My family's important. Since I made this, that's my in-laws. Jerry on the left died. Trudy on the right is still doing well. I love my wife and kids. I love Hank and Snickers. If this pandemic wasn't bad enough, Hank died on March 1st. So it was really, from March 1st on out, it has not been a pleasant year. So let's talk about how things are going to work. I love seeing new places. We were going to go to Spain this summer. It didn't happen. So the first thing, most important, is your safety. When we come back into here, regardless, your parents trust me with you every day, and the main thing they trust me with is returning you to them in the same condition I got you, maybe a little better, maybe a little smarter, but not hurt physically, not hurt mentally, not hurt psychologically, not hurt by bullying, not hurt by the things I say. I like to joke a lot, and sometimes people think I'm not joking when I'm joking, so I will never say anything to hurt your feelings, but if I do, please let me know. Reason I hated high school so much is that they did not really explain to us why we were learning these things. Just here's your work, do it. This is back in the old days. I promise you that every assignment I give you, I will do as well. And I will explain to you where you will use it in the real world and why it really matters to get this done. We'll talk about that on an assignment by assignment basis. I'm not giving you stuff to just make you do busy work. Writing and reading are altogether is communicating, and that's not just writing stuff on paper anymore, which was when I was in high school. It is different platforms, video, podcasts, this, that. So we're going to be taking creative ways to do our stuff and be the most effective communicator, good communication there, that we can be. So why do we do these things? Critical thinking, intellectual agility. You've been showing intellectual agility during this time. All of a sudden, we had to pivot and go to, we're learning online. So that was, your adaptation to it is going to be important all through life. In my background in journalism, I learned a lot of agility. That's why they hire former journalists as teachers, because you could be working on a story, things fall apart, and all of a sudden you've got to scramble. So that's what skills I want you to have. Again, how do we fix this? I'm not interested in artificial deadlines. I'm not interested in punishing you with a bad grade. I am interested in letting you learn the skill that I think will help you. So I'm going to try and, again, keep this as much of a classroom, just like as if you were sitting here every day. We do a warm-up every day so that you're writing. There will be some sort of a prompt, a visual prompt or a sentence that you'll write to. That'll how we'll start each class. During that writing time, we will have a song of the day. I'll choose them at first, but then eventually you will put in your requests, and if your song gets played that day, you get to explain to the class why you chose it. Not just it's a good song, but this means a lot to me because it reminds me of blah, blah, blah. Teacher of the day, everyone gets a turn at that. We'll go down the roster, and you will actually teach that warm-up. You will be the one calling on people. You will be the one asking them to explain their answers. Everyone hates this at first, and at the end of the school year, everyone writes, teacher of the day was a great thing. It made me feel much better about talking to people. Cell phone policy, I guess that doesn't matter till we're in person, but we just really need to communicate. Seating charts, that'll matter when we get back to in person. We'll talk about that, but I make the comparison to a prison, and I'll tell you that story when we're in class. So tell me about you. What do you want to get out of this year? Answer at least this in an email. What would I like my teacher to know about me? What do I need to know about you? Do you have any special needs? Do you have special interests? Do you have, any information is great information. So please, let me know as much or as little as you feel safe knowing with me, and we will move on from there. Any questions, please send them to the same email address, students, teachers, random people on the street, whatever. And thank you. Let me hit stop sharing. And back. That's what I got. Can't wait to see you. Bye.